This month on Mustang Magazine, we catch up with what students are doing in house class, the Revs come to Norwood, and we hear about an NHS grad who had an unexpected course. These stories and much more on this November edition of Mustang Magazine.
Hello and welcome to the November edition of Mustang Magazine. I'm Juliana Shalmo.
And I'm Jared Gagano. Mustang Magazine is produced by broadcast journalism students from Norwood High School.
Our goal is to tell the stories from around our community that matter to teenagers the most.
First, reporters Sadie Carell, Danny Sullivan, and Taylor Reed bring us a story about a 2012 NHS grad whose life took an unexpected course.
I was 15, a sophomore. My mind wasn't on school. It was on a lot of social life.
Matt Brown never imagined his life could change in the matter of seconds.
I think I always imagined when Matt was 21 and Kelly was 20 that my husband and I would, they'd be all grown up and not need us. Clearly Matt still needs us and probably will for many years to come until he has gained more independence.
In January of 2010, I was playing hockey for Norwood High, and during the second period of a game against Weymouth, I was racing for a puck, and as the puck came off the boards, I looked down, and it was between my feet. And as I looked down, that's when I got bumped from behind, and ended up going headfirst into the boards, and actually breaking my neck in the C4 and C5 vertebrae.
Leaving him paralyzed from the neck down. One collision in Matt's life was on a new course.
It definitely changed everything in an instant. We went from kind of happy-go-lucky to you have to think about everything.
College, I crossed off my list when I got hurt.
Like college, many things seemed out of reach for Matt, but he's made huge strides in his recovery.
It's funny to look back at those, at the early pictures and at the early videos of how sick I was. And now I'm here living at school.
As time goes by, he's realized each little step that he makes that he can do more and more.
And he has done just that.
I'm amazed. I really see him do everything he wants to do. I think there was a part of us that thought Matt's life stopped at that period of time. He was the one who said it changed, it didn't end.
Matt's life hasn't taken the course he would have expected, but it has made him the person he is today.
A third grader asked me once if I could click a button, would I change everything? If I could go back to January 2010, and I don't know if I would. It was definitely a wake-up call, and I think it changed me in the right way.
For Mustang Magazine, I'm Sadie Carell.
Great story. Matt Brown sure is an inspiration.
Yeah, and he's still impacting students on campus today. Ryan Crowley and Tim Wagner bring us the story.
Now we're actually getting stuff done.
Freshman entrepreneurs Joe Spadorsha and Chris Martin are known around town as the Hockey Guys.
Hockey Guys started in my backyard in January, at the end of January. We started making videos. I got a GoPro for Christmas, so I started using that to record my neighborhood friends.
And after making a few hockey videos, the pair decided to post them on the internet.
Started as just a couple videos that we started posting on YouTube just to have a little fun.
But when Spadorsha created an original logo to use for their profile picture, people took notice.
We designed a logo, and a few of my friends said it would be a cool t-shirt design, said they would buy some, so I made that.
So we started selling some t-shirts to a couple friends, and it just took off from there.
Now that Hockey Guys had a small following, it was time to start marketing to a larger audience. That's when they got professional hockey player Chris Wagner from the Anaheim Ducks to model their t-shirt.
There's a lot of build-up around it. I kind of found out before that he was going to be in Walpole, so
I think it's great because, I mean, it's pretty cool to have a professional hockey player wearing like a couple kids' company's t-shirts, so.
Fedorsha and Martin aren't the only ones that benefit from Hockey Guy's success. 10% of their proceeds go to help a local hockey player suffering from a serious spinal cord injury.
I got inspired by Matt Brown and everything he's for, and the never quit and prove people wrong. So I kind of got inspired by him because I look up to him because I was in like 3rd grade when his accident happened.
And one day, Hockey Guys hopes to be a major player in the sports apparel industry.
Because you own your own company and you're so young and you can just see it down the road like 20 years and you'll still be CEO, so it's pretty cool.
To buy your own Hockey Guys gear and see the videos for yourself, visit www.hockeyguys.com. Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Ryan Crowley.
That's about it. Stay cool.
I can't believe these guys are just freshmen and starting a business. I wonder what they'll be up to senior year.
Although we don't know what will happen to their business, I know that at NHS they'll be learning first aid. Recently, Tori Giffen sat down with Miss Glenn and some seniors to get the story.
Everyone stand clear.
Seniors at Nord High have been learning more than just their core subjects.
We are doing a real-world approach, and first term we are doing first aid and CPR.
Although seniors are required to become certified, there is another motive to pass.
All right, here we go.
It is important because you should know what to do in case you run across someone that is in need of emergency help.
Yo, call 911, get the AED.
But authorization also offers help in transitioning out of high school.
It helps if you are CPR certified, and a lot of jobs require you to be CPR certified.
Everyone stand clear.
Students are using these CPR mannequins to help them learn CPR. Well, this is an AED machine, which leads them step by step through the process without actually delivering a shock. However, there is debate on how CPR should be administered.
Some courses teach breaths and some don't. We are teaching the breaths, and we tell the kids, if it's your parent or someone, a loved one, you probably will want to do the breaths just because it's going to help circulate a little bit quicker. If it's someone you don't know, as long as you do the compressions, it's going to help.
Either way, knowledge of first aid is encouraged.
Well, I think with the first aid and CPR, it's just a real life skill that you should have. Anybody, not just seniors, but I think in life.
For Mustang Magazine, I'm Tori Giffen reporting.
7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 and 12, 13, 14.
Great story, Tori.
First aid is one of those things that you hopefully won't have to use, but it's so important to know.
Yeah, it would be scary to be in a situation where you need to use it, but don't know how.
Speaking of scary, our next story takes us out of NHS onto a haunted hayride.
This wasn't here when I grew up, and there's plenty of tree forts out there, but there was no train.
And on Tim Holmes' property today, you'll find 4 trains and a track around the property.
My father always wanted to have a train so he could take the train to work. Now he lives at the far end of the train tracks, and this is where work is over here.
What started as a backyard hobby soon became a fixture in the community. And every October, Holmes opens up the tracks for one day to the public so they can enjoy a haunted Halloween ride. Holmes can't operate the haunted train ride all by himself. He needs a little help from his friends.
We spend pretty much all day here today setting up, and the pumpkins are carved by the Boy Scouts, and different groups throughout town put all their effort into it, so it comes out really, really well.
I started volunteering because all of us came here like when we were young, and we figured we can't just come here every year as teenagers, so we decided to help out.
Every year, the turnout for the haunted train ride gets bigger and bigger.
They sell 1,800 tickets ahead of time, and for one night, everyone comes. It's very, very, very scary.
If you want to ride the haunted train ride, Holmes is opening up the tracks next October. Or you can catch the train in June. Look for dates at norfolkmalines.com. Reporting from Mustang Magazine, I'm Samantha Doucette.
Up next, a varsity soccer player puts down the ball and picks up the whistle.
Megan Giambanco has a passion for all things soccer.
I wanted to start reffing because I play the game, so I like to think that I know it kind of well.
But being a referee isn't always just standing on the sidelines.
I think that being a ref improves me as a player because I know more of the rules of the game technically. It's hard because you have an age where you can't really ref all ages because you're kind of the same age as other people. So you have to ref younger than you, and it's tough because sometimes people might not take you seriously. The hardest part about being a ref is trying to make all the right calls and making sure that you don't give a team an advantage when you shouldn't.
Making calls is not the only responsibility of being a ref.
You have to check the field, make sure there's nothing wrong with the field, check the nets, check the players, make sure everyone's being safe, and then call the game.
Reporting for Mustang Magazine, I'm Grace Gillis.
A lot of NHS students are doing more than the traditional curriculum.
Yeah, and we here on the TV program are no exception. During October's STN Challenge, I produced and directed a PSA with my partner, Brendan Hurley. Here it is.
Great job, Jared.
Thanks. One of the biggest challenges of filming the PSA was the time limit we were on. All entries were created, filmed, and edited within 5 days.
That's quite the time crunch. Here's another STN Challenge entry from the film division.
Everywhere you look, there is some sort of hero. People who defy outrageous odds and stand for what they believe in. I like to believe that I'm that sort of person. Someone who would take a bullet for another person or stop an armed robbery. But I'm not strong. I'm not brave. I'm not fast. Perhaps if I were bulletproof or knew martial arts, I'd play vigilante. Dress up. Stop crime. Get the damsel in distress. The world looks to me and expects something great. Colleges ask, what makes me special? Nothing makes me special. I'm ordinary. And even then, there's nothing extraordinary in being ordinary because thousands are ordinary just like me. When I look into the mirror, I see my true self. And it's nothing special. And I'm powerless to change that because you can't stay true to yourself while trying to be something you're not. I'm no hero. But I don't need to be impervious, strong, have laser eyes, or fly. Sometimes all you need to do is open your ears and listen. Others are struggling just the same. All they need is a helpful hand. The truth is, everybody has a power inside. A power to help someone in need. That's the only superpower you need. The power to be human.
you catch my brief cameo? The STN Challenge was a great experience in preparation for the STN Conference this March.
Yep, practice makes perfect, whether it's STN or sports. Speaking of which, the New England Revolution came to Norwood last month. I got the story, along with my film partner, Steven Tribuna. To kick off the MLS playoffs, Teal Bunbury and Charlie Davies from the New England Revolution visited a local grocery store to interact with fans and promote the team's growing success.
And being able to do things for the Revs and, you know, just kind of get to different communities and people who like soccer, people who are new to soccer, it kind of brings everyone into the same group.
With hopes to increase fan interactions, the players allowed for fans to get one-on-one experience and become one with the team.
The fans like to know that they can talk to you and can kind of be on the same level as you and be able to enjoy each other and have fun, and you know that's what we like to do, me and Charlie. So.
I would hope that this builds our relationship with the fans. This is exciting for us. I enjoy interacting with the fans and seeing the kids light up when you see them, and yeah, it's something that we love to do. We take pride in building relationships with our fans, so it's something that we hope to do more often.
By becoming one with the fans, it also gives the players their own sense of happiness.
I love interactions with the fans. The fans are awesome. I'm from New England, so I get it. I love it. I grew up here, and this is home for me. So it's a really special relationship for me with the fans, and I'm excited to be here.
After meeting the players, many fans had a memorable experience that left some shaken.
Greatest thing is that I got adrenaline pumping in me. I was really excited. I was nervous first when they were signing my shirt. I was like shaking like this. That was first autograph. And now with this, I'm never gonna wear this. I'm gonna put this on a frame, hang this on top of my bedroom wall.
I just got signatures from two of my favorite Revolution players, Charles Davies and Teal Bunbury. I'm pretty excited. It was cool getting signatures from them.
Reporting from NHS-TV, I'm Juliana Shalman.
Thanks for that story. The Revs ended their season with a 14-12-8 record.
Well, that wraps another edition of Mustang Magazine. We hope you enjoyed the stories.
To see more stories like these, visit our website at www.mustang.media or hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Thanks for watching.
See you next month.